and look at them now here in semifinals, ready to face Eversio. Um, some people might not know this, but Scuffed Ratones actually receive feedback and coaching from iGloss and some of the other members in Eversio. So it's nice to see these two actually coming head to head here. Hopefully, some of the tactics sort of leaked through, and we'll be able to get a nice match for the Ratones. Have your team played against Ratones, Celestial?
Yeah, we did play against them. I mean, we lost. They're quite a strong team, but I think we tried our best. We put up a pretty decent fight. I think I would have liked to play against Locke. Currently, he's being subbed in for Jar right now. Um, but yeah, it was a fun match.
Alright.
Looking forward to see this one though. I mean, it's always nice seeing teams like trying to rise up to the challenge to face off against Eversio, you know.
Let's see. Darius Ben here. Now keep in mind this is a fearless draft, so of course maybe if they want to let him play Darius the one game, get rid of him for the rest, it could be an option, but Scarfatones are not feeling the game 5 vibes, so they want to get the sort of earlier advantage here, want to ban out key champions. In fact, I really like what they're doing here. The Zeri ban for Iconic and Darius Orn, I think, are honestly Igloss's best champions he has. So now let's
I
see
mean, I
what they go
think
for.
it's the right strategy to go for Scuffed Ratons, because if it goes into the long game, their own champion pools would also be attacked. Like, for example, Jar isn't a jungle main per se, and even in the best of threes, I felt like his champion pool was dwindling down a bit. Like, where he had to pick some champions he isn't as comfortable with, and maybe some other members felt the same.
I like the Bard
Bard
pickup
being
here.
first picked.
Yep, as it's also one of Awaken's preferred champions, and it's of course something that Sint is very known for playing. Bard and Thresh are his kind of two. Of course, there's Kindred available, but Eversio probably won't be picking that up. Do you think they'll pick up Kindred, the Scuffratones, for Jar, or do you think they'll try
Yeah,
to
I
go for
think
Wukong?
so. I
Alright.
think Kindred's been one of Jar's most stable and strongest champs, and their team overall plays very well around it.
Alright, I don't know what Eversio are drafting. Um, Pretty sure we've never seen Iglos play this champion, so it would be a first time we're seeing it. The Blitzcrank for Awaken is also something that it's not common, let's say. Okay. The Shen or Cassante make more sense. I think Wukong as well has a lot of value in this draft because Wukong is something both Varsal and Jar to enjoy playing. We see Jinx picked up by Eversio, so we might get Wukong later. Jinx Wukong, a very strong combination. But yeah, anyway, Jinx a very classic iconic pick as well. Let's see the response here from Scuffratons. Would be nice to see the a mage bot lane, something like Swain for Sinister, and the Kindred jungle, for example, pairing. I think would be really good to go for. Alright, they opt for Jarvan, fair enough. Mm-mm-mm.
Pretty useful champion just to jump and dive onto the Jinx, I feel. If you ult the Jinx, she's forced to flash or stay in the cage, right?
Yeah,
Mage bot lane might be a bit risky to pick up early if sorry, is it Iglos? Does pick up like the Zahan or something. Those bulky juggernauts are a bit hard to kill without sustained DPS.
it's
But
gonna
we
be a
do see a
brand bot.
brand.
Yeah, for sure, it's gonna be a brand bot. And the way Jar plays Jarvan, it's not really your like typical standard Sky Jarvan. He's gonna go that full lethality Jarvan, which I think is really good against Jinx as well. So I'm curious to see how they do here. The Trundle pickup for Varsal. I'm not the biggest fan of Trundle against Jarvan, but it's of course very strong if you're able to stop the knockout from Jarvan, sort of make him a bit more squishier than he is. But the full lethality Jarvan will not be stopped. by the time he hits Iconic, so let's see how that works out. I think it can get really kited here by Brandon Bart, but what do you think, Mr. Celestial?
I mean, I'm not a fan of Trundle as a champion in general. I don't play it. I find that the champion's just really one-dimensional, and you sort of do some things early, like you're a very good duelist early, but come mid to late game, like Atakan fights, let's say, and you're running into 5 people with barely any CC, so I don't know. But maybe he can just make space for the Jinx, shred the resist of Scuffed Ratone's front line. She gets the first kill and the reset, snowball the fight from there.
Yeah, that's typically what you want, and Thunder can also do a lot of plays early on with ganks and stuff like that, especially helping Awaken land his hook with the pillar. It's gonna be a very dangerous bot side for Scuff Ratones if they ever overstep with the brand pushing and Trundle ganking. I don't really think Jarvan has what it takes to be able to stop a Trundle in a full on fight there, but let's see what else gets picked up here for mid and for Eversio's mid lane. Now let's see, it is Living playing mid today, so you could really realistically expect anything. It's Cassante ban apparently. So Living has his full arsenal available, Mel is available, Hue is available, AP Kog'Maw is available, I don't know, Annie is available if you would consider that a champion, but there's a lot of champions Living can play here. Someone needs to blind, probably the top lane though, as... Okay, picking up Shoga, could be top mid. See, Scuffed Ratones have to
Would like to
reply
see
this.
Mel on the side of Scuffed Ratones. Feel like it would be really good into Trundle and Cho'Gath, these immobile champions that need to like walk at you in a straight line.
Yeah, if they play it, it's for sure good. We might probably just be getting something like a Syndra here from Aspect, but we'll see. Set for top lane, so they think it's a Cho top. It might be, but that's definitely a flexible pick. Pretty sure Cho could do a lot of damage to a set. And Hue locked in, yeah, fair enough, I forgot. It is one of Aspect's preferred picks. It also removes Hue from the pool for a living. But, I mean, Eversio could go either way. They could send Cho top here, send him mid, or just pick a champion here for the mid lane. Let's see. Knowing them, it's probably Cho going top, but yeah, and there's a LeBlanc locked in for mid. And this is it. So a very pick comp oriented here from Eversio. Would expect LeBlanc and Thunder to really help the Jinx snowball. And Scuffed Ratones just kind of want their brand Jarvan to be strong. But they also have a threat. I think both sides drafted an equally interesting comp. Let's see how it goes. Who would you put your money on, Celestial?
I mean, in terms of team comps, I prefer Scuffed Ratones. I think Waybrand have good synergy together with their AoE ultimates, burns. With the Jarvan as well to keep people locked up. But knowing Eversio, this LeBlanc's gonna get quite a lot of value picking people off, especially in the side lanes. And after Ratone's comp is quite squishy, especially if you say Jar prefers the full lethality Jarvan, right?
Yep. It's interesting because if Eversio lose the Jinx early on, I mean the next best threat is this LeBlanc, and that's about it, right? The Cho gets kited, Trundle gets kited, and Blitzcrank is just a one ability wonder type champ. So we'll see. There is an angle here for sure. I mean, if I was just looking at team comps, I would totally go for Scuffed Ratones. Like they have a lot of potential of what they can do. They can play out early game. They can dive. They can snowball their sort of top, mid, and bot lane if they want to. There's a lot of options. Eversio just kind of have the one option, which is LeBlanc needs to definitely not die mid somehow. And I mean, if he's gonna get pressure, of course, but everyone's just gonna rotate for bot lane, right? So we want Iconic to be strong, and Iconic will be the sort of centerpiece of the team. The AD carry is Sinister for Scuffed Ratones. Alright.
In terms of team comps, in an ideal situation, I would have played the Brand mid and the Hui bot lane personally, because I think Hui has a harder time playing into LeBlanc than Brand. Brand has more targeted damage. But obviously, this also comes down to player and champion comfort.
Sinister on the Brand, very strong even aspect on the way. They're definitely in the right hands. I think all of Scuffed Ratones are on comfort champs. At the side of Eversio though, you have maybe Varsal on a champion that he's more comfortable with, the Trundle, and you have Iconic on Jinx. Living on LeBlanc is also a bit more in the comfort zone. But Cho for Igloss maybe a bit 50-50 on that, although he's played it a lot. I mean, Blitzcrank is Blitzcrank. The one time they picked it for Awaken, it was kind of a joke pick, but maybe he's improved on it. He wants to redeem himself for that time. That's the only time will tell. Should we have a little drinking game? Every time he a hook misses, we drink everyone together.
Oh, I don't know if that's a good idea doing that in game 1 though. Maybe someone will pick Pike later on.
I only have water, if I'm like, there's nothing else to drink in my house.
Unlucky.
Awaken is fired up and ready to hook. Interesting choice to just straight up go to the bot lane here. No invade on the side of Eversio.
We can see Scuffed Ratones were quite scared of the invade though. A lot of wards used just defensively. Make sure no late invades come out while the Jarvan's clearing.
Both junglers seem to be pathing opposite each other here. I'm interested here, Jar is not pathing towards the bot side, he wants to try and accelerate Danico here in the top lane. The Seth versus Shogat.
Jar will be spotted on his Raptor camp, so they know that he's doing this clear path. I don't believe Scuffed Ratones know where Varsal is clearing from. Oh, first hook landed! On the Sinister, no drinks will be taken.
Not yet, not yet. Yeah. This Brand lane can't really play until they're level 3 minimum. That's definitely something that holds them back.
Iconic seems to have taken an early recall to buy a Cull. Pretty smart choice. I think this lane is mostly a farm lane. It's pretty hard for Jinx to play against mages, having to stand still and attack.
And here we go. Versus first bot lane gank here as expected. Varsal will be ganking this lane hard. Now we still have sums on the side of Scuffed Ratones. Oh, there's flash used and Awaken trades his flash for landing the hook. But Sinister manages to stun all the right people and walks away. And now Sin forced to flash himself. We've used barriers, heals and flashes in the bot lane. Iconic still has his own and Varsal still the same. And it looks like Eversio are pushing aggressively here. Not sure if they want to dive, but Jar is around. Awaken's looking for it at least. And no, that's the end of it. Well done, Sinister. Stunning Iconic right in his tracks. And now the recalls ensue. It doesn't get any easier here, folks. They're gonna keep ganking Sinister like there's no tomorrow. Especially without flash.
I just realized Danico's flash is on cooldown. Did we miss something here?
I want to say Danico almost got a solo kill on Iglos and dove him. But he did manage.
In the fountain, because that had to have happened like 10 minutes after spawning, but...
Yes. In the fountain.
The dragon started up by Jar and Sint. Awaken will find it out, but Varsal is currently on the other side of the map. And Aspect's teleporting in to make sure it's secured. Nice early objective.
Yeah, the dragon here is such a big one to take as well. Cooldown reduction, attack speed. Everyone kind of wants a piece of it. I like the early game tempo Scuffed Ratones have here. But the CS department is already starting to show here. 500 gold up for Eversio. We have... Oh, as I say that, Living here gets ganked by Jar. Nice little timing there as Aspect finds the ability there, but Living carefully using his passive to dodge the gank further. As I was saying, we have a 20 CS lead in the mid lane. And we have a huge, like a 20 CS lead as well in the bot lane. 40 CS up for Eversio. Apparently translates to 700 gold difference here. Oh, Sinister gets hooked. There's the exhaust dropped. He does not have flash. Iconic is hitting him and pelleting away. And there's the first blood. Nice and easy. They're gonna have a nice, easy time when Sinister doesn't have flash here. Awaken just has to line up a hook. And Iconic gets the kill.
Has Awaken missed a hook yet? I don't think he wants you to drink.
No, and I'm very sad about it. Gur. Oh, Iglos tries to flash alt, but Danico W's at the correct time. A bit of a lucky misstep here by Iglos and Danico, but overall, Iglos, no flash, no alt.
We'll buy them enough pressure to take the grubs uncontested though. This lane still seems pretty rough for Aspect. being zoned from the LeBlanc. Without his mana item, he can't wave clear freely by just spamming spells. Dive attempt on Iconic. Jar will simply secure it with his ultimate. Very well played.
Yeah. And now
The
just think
tempo
about it.
finding the
Now
Blitzcrank
that
on the roam for the grubs.
yeah. Jar has proven to be one of the better positioned junglers in this event. Let's see it here. Aspect gets ganked by Awaken. Nice sidestep there on the chains. It does mean that he will stay alive here. There's the Jinx Rocket though, and it comes from downtown. As Iconic picks up the kill. We see Jar here flashing forward, gets the knock up, but the damage is not coming out. And now Jar is getting collapsed on. There's Varsal as well to make sure his mid laner stays alive. A double kill for Living. And let's not forget Iconic started off the play with a rocket from the base, getting the kill onto Aspect. It's a quick 3 kills for Eversio.
Eversio already up roughly 2.5k gold, 10 minutes. CS gap has not changed yet. This way and Brand really need to find their footing in their lanes to keep this up. Looks like Daniko is going for the Blade of the Rune King as his first item against Iglos. Personally, not a big fan of that. I can see why you'd build it against Cho'Gath because of the health, but it makes Seth himself very squishy and the W does not do a lot of damage without bonus HP. Found Awakened in the river. Will use the Cataclysm and secure the kill.
So far Jar is gonna be a menace. He already has that Profane Hydra. Regardless of how strong Iconic is, that Jarvan's gonna hurt. It's really Living that he needs to be aware of though, as Living could completely remove Jar from the equation here. So it's a battle of rock, paper, scissors currently. Oh, what a sidestep by Daniko.
Looks like Scuffed Ratones wanted to start up the dragon, but couldn't with Living moving. Aspect simply being one-shot by this LeBlanc.
Yeah, he flashes right away there, making sure he tries to get enough distance, but sadly Living is just that good. He lands the chains and down goes Aspect. Ooh, the hook goes wide. Awaken does not get that. Now is Jar really going to risk it for the biscuit? I guess not. Could have been a bit of a rough one.
Must say I like the setup with Trundle and Blitzcrank. The pillar really makes landing the hook a lot easier during some of these ganks. Aspect did sidestep this one, but I can see the vision.
Seems like we're stuck in time here. The goal lead has just not moved in the past few minutes. Which is not a bad thing, at least they stop the bleeding. We need everyone to get to that first item fantasy and to have a good fight. Let's see Scuffed Ratones come out on top. We need to pick up Living Shutdown as well. It's an extra 300 gold if you take him down.
I think at this rate the game could be made or broken at the Atakan fight.
Aspect getting honestly a little bit unlucky there with the ult. Living walking away with the skin of his teeth.
Living survived that with exactly 15 HP.
Sinister is just not having a nice time with these Blitzcrank hooks. And Jar gets another knockout flash here, but he might pay the ultimate price for it as Varsal goes down, but Jar is well below half health. Now Iconic and Awaken are caught between towers here. Alright, nothing much happens. Jar will just recall. Takes the kill.
Just one minion away from the cull. It's always sad having to leave on that one minion. Play being made on Jinx. The Bard ult lands. Brand ult hits Jinx. Jinx will be stunned and jumped on by the Jarvan.
Alright, Scuffed Ratones get Iconic. And that's gonna be it for the play, right? Because if Iconic is down, what else can they do realistically? And this is the problem with Eversio's comp currently. It's not like Scuffed Ratones will have any trouble to do that again.
Looks like Varsal might still try and contest this Rift Herald. Secured by Jar. Jinx Rocket. Zint gets out alive. Danico will be eaten in the top lane after that 1v1. This is what I feel like is the problem with Blade of the Ruined King. That just remains quite squishy.
Yeah, he just recalled for the mech threads too. If he had a bit of magic resist, that might have been a bit different, but better luck next time, Danico.
Ratones used their Herald to pick up the mid lane, traded for the tower since they didn't have bot prio. Sint might be in some danger. Ooh. Barely portals out of the hook. I like that Scuffed Ratones is at least always trading for their objectives. The gold lead still remains the same, so they're keeping up at least in terms of tempo on the plays. Who do you think would win this game if it goes really late? Because I mean, on one hand you have Wei, right? On the other you have this Jinx and Cho'Gath as well with his scaling.
I think it's still Scuffed Ratones, to be honest. If they have good fights. I think once Iconic goes down, there's little that Eversio's champions can do here, but in the meanwhile, we still see Aspect here taking an L from the dive here as Awaken comes in, hooks him in for a living to finish off. Oh, Sin's on the hunt. Oh, the instant flash here from Jar. He knows he can't take on Varsa, but he ults back in. The Bard Q does not land. And although Jar does a lot of damage, I think it's a bit misplaced here, putting it all onto Varsal, because now Iconic gets free reign. In the meanwhile here, we saw Aeglos rotating to the mid lane and taking down Sinister. And this game is starting to get a bit out of hand here.
Yeah, Jar definitely needs to save his damage for this Jinx. As soon as Jar's ult, his combo's down. Oh, Synth will be taken down. Yeah, as soon as his combo is down, this Jinx has free reign to do whatever he pleases. Conic up 2.5k gold on his lane opponent. Jar might be walking into a trap. Does sweep and find the Trundle? What happened there? Both teams are scrapping for positioning on this Atakan. Eversio will be starting it. Looks like it will go down uncontested. Aeglos and Awaken playing defense here, not letting Scuffed Ratones approach the fight. Aeglos is looking for more. Jar's been pillared off, munched for dinner. The Hui ult goes off onto Aeglos and Varsal. Does quite a bit of damage, but it will not be enough to take any of these tanky champions down. Looks like the Brand ult just came up, was a bit too late to have an impact on that fight. Eversio's now up 10k gold. Oh my god!
Hello.
Synth just got deleted in the blink of an eye.
Where'd you go, Synth? It's like in Pokemon, you know, he was like walking to a bush, a white living has appeared, and it was like, I don't know, like
Level 100 Mega
gelatin or
Rayquaza.
something. Yeah,
Oh.
something. Whatever. Until summon like a Ratata or something. Like.
Living's still waiting, looking for his next prey.
Yeah, he's the legendary Pokemon of the bush.
Oh! He's sinister!
Yeah, I mean, we're at the what's that? Like 10 points, 1k gold, I guess, 10k gold lead. Blink in a blink of an eye almost. Just 2 plays separated. These are the small differences that hold teams sort of at a gate distance from reaching Eversio's sort of front door, but yeah. It's until you play on their tempo you will have a chance. Honestly, it looked really good in the beginning, but small decisions here and there. Let's see though. 1 minute before Baron. That could be a big game decider as well. Oh, Sinister just gets hooked for the fun of it. Damn. Awaken did not let me drink a single thought, did he? Not at all. Oh damn, it's rough. No Baron needed. Alright, that's one, that's two.
No, the anti-synergy bard ult over there.
It's a triple kill for Iglos. Let's go. Damn. It's like watching the world's fastest growing baby. Eversio's gold lead into a 25-minute victory. No Baron needed. Holy. Alright, hello, howdy, hey ho. We are back, game 2 now, with Scuffed, Ratones, Eversio. We kept the sides as well, Scuffed, Ratones on blue. Of course, Eversio did just win the first game. To be fair, I thought Scuffed, Ratones had it in them to maybe take game 1. They needed to play a bit more careful, a bit more on point perhaps, and Eversio just took advantage of those. And got the win in the end. A very satisfying win, 25 minutes. What more can you ask for? 10k gold lead. Yada yada. Alright. Sponsor me, please. Let's see. What are we going for? I like the Wukong first pick here. It takes it away from Jar as well. Quite interested here as to what Eversio go. Alright, we get a rare Nunu game from Varsal. Varsal, one of the only Maltese people that plays Nunu jungle here, and he does a dang good job at it. You'd expect them to go with a bit more snowballing laners if he's gonna go Nunu and gank them constantly perhaps. So what will we get here? We still have the Mel, the Aurora, we have Renekton for Iglos. Blind pick there in the top lane. Let's see. Aatrox is an availability, but I assume that's what Eversio wanted. What else can Danico play? I'm not too sure as to how the Camille Renekton lane goes. Maybe he could whip that out. Let's see what other top lane champs there are. He could play the Jax or the... well, I guess Malphite's banned. I don't know. Gnar maybe. The Jax. Okay, there's the Jax for Danico. So Jax Wukong, I really like this combination of bruisers. They kind of go really well hand in hand. While Wukong delivers a lot of disruption in the fights, Jax gets the DPS all across the board. Let's see what the next pick here is gonna be. Most likely an AD carry. Something for Sinister. I think I would like Jhin here exactly, because Jhin already has the sort of DPS threats here from the Wukong, from the Jax. Jhin can kind of set up, stay away from the Renekton, and deliver damage here. But now Eversio have to respond here. Something against the Jhin. What will it be in the AD carry position? A lot of options are available. Misfortune comes to mind, for example. Varus comes to mind. Yunara. It's not the first thing I would have thought about, but I mean, it's a strong champ overall. But I think a bit too much mid-range. Smolder is okay into the Jhin. Still think that Jin is maybe a bit stronger, but smaller overall. Can stay at a distance to the Wukong and Jax. Let's see here, Malzahar band. Next two bands for Scuffed Ratones, what will they be? They have support options here left available. Karma comes to mind, for example. As Eversio also need to pick up a mid laner. Mel Aurora still available. The Kog'Maw still available. Orianna still available. So a lot of champions living can play here. As to what aspect can play, I'm not too sure. We might get him on the Orianna. Orianna, Jax, Wukong looks very strong. There's the Karma ban from Eversio. I'm not too sure why they're banning Karma when of course Scuffed Ratones are gonna pick Thresh. It's Synth for crying out loud. I think Eversio are trolling a bit here, but leave it up to them. Let's see our last ban, it's the Ahri. A very strong champion, can definitely penetrate the backline and get to that Jhin. So we're picking up Nami with the Smolder, or not, okay. Well, let's see. I think Nami's great with Nunu as well, giving him the move speed. Braum just makes sure that Smolder survives the lane. Let's see here. Really thinking about it. I think I would prefer Nami over Soraka. It's just my preference, but they go with Soraka just because they want what Braum delivers, the survival in lane. And maybe they want to help this Renekton be a beast in the team fights. Alright, fair enough. I think they would have benefited from Nami. Versus Com kind of lacks setup currently. All they have is the Nunu Snowball and maybe a Renekton W from a very short range. Nami at least would have given them a bit better setup. There's a Thresh as predicted for Sinister, for Synth, Scuffed Ratones here. And the last pick here for the mid lane for Aspect probably will be the Orianna. Victor instead. Wow, that's not what I expected. I think Orianna just makes a bit more sense with this comp, and we know Aspect is good at piloting it. Victor, a safe-ish mid laner. Oh, we get really Twisted Fate. We'll let Living think about it a bit. As I said, a very kind of lacking setup. Syndra does deliver on that a bit. I think Lissandra is also a nice option. Diana mid, if you can make it work as well, it's pretty good. Swain though will give Eversio a lot of mid-range effect, especially with the Soraka. It's pretty good. Knowing that Scuffed Ratones wants to engage with Wukong, want to engage with the Thresh, Jhin and Jax, so Swain controlling that neutral. Let's see. Alright. So looking at the individual lane setups here, Soraka Smolder pretty much have the lane in their hands in terms of when they want to disengage, right? We should not be seeing Eversio's bot lane losing here, but of course if they do overstep, Thresh Jhin will definitely do wonders to do damage early on, especially if they can catch Awaken, which is usually how it goes. So yeah, could be a Scuffed Ratones favorite here. Straight up damage wise, definitely Scuffed Ratones favorite bot lane. It's just a matter of the champions being able to sustain pretty much most lane matchups. The poke is definitely in Eversio's favor. Of course, they have heals overall, so there are different ways to play this, but let's just call it 60-40 in favor of Scuffed Ratones. And now we have the jungle matchups. Wukong against Nunu. Should be Wukong favored, of course, though Eversio's Nunu here, Varsal, he will do a lot of damage, a lot of sort of early ganks. So it's definitely something Wukong will have trouble with, but given the early drop fights, we might have a Wukong favorite fight there. Let's see. Mid lane, Living on Swain here versus Victor here for Aspect. Overall, of course, Victor will have trouble if he gets caught in the Swain E and gets pulled in. A lot of gank setup coming out from Swain, of course. But Victor should have no problem at all farming and just getting his stacks. So I would say a fairly neutral mid lane as well for both sides. And now in the top lane, it's really where the skill will differ here. I'm not too sure. It should be definitely Renekton favorite here, I would assume, but a well-placed stun from Daneko can do a lot to win him the matchup. Let's see here. We see a quick little fight. Oh, there's the hook from Sint. And Awaken already cleansed. A quick pause. Alright. It's very interesting to see Awaken has cleanse here. It's not really something I was expecting. And it's already popped. It's quite rare to see Sint not land the hook. It's either a testament to Awaken's great movement, or perhaps Sint just randomly losing one. It happens sometimes. Living trying to be extra special here, denying Jar the Raptor camp, but Jar just has no trouble walking away. He does lose a small one apparently, but it does not cost him much. See here we are, first bot lane fight here. Sinister on the fence here, takes a lot of damage from Iconic. And we can see Eversio slowly winning these trades just because of Soraka's healing throughout the laning phase. Both sides trying to poke each other out, but the end result will always be Iconic being a bit too healthy for the exchange. There's a second cleanse used and the first blood taken by Iconic. Sinister oversteps just slightly ahead. A flash for flash top lane. We're starting to see that famous CS lead that Eversio tend to have. Already a wave ahead for Iconic in the bot lane. In the mid lane, Living having a 10 CS lead here. Also spells trouble, but in the top lane is where the worst is happening here. More than 17 CS up for Iglos. Jar being perhaps a bit overzealous here with his flash. He flashes forward, but this Wukong without ult just really desperately needs his ult as soon as possible. Varsal, of course, being Nunu, has the advantage of these earlier ganks, and there's really nothing that Jar can do about it. So contrary to the first game here, Eversio do get that first dragon. Just coincides with Eversio's bot lane winning and Nunu just being stronger overall in the earlier parts than what Wukong has to offer. Interesting that Iglos has yet to recall on this Renekton in the top lane. Darko having a bit of a hard time matching his offense. It's a 1.8k on the Crocodile in the top lane. Let's see here. Varsal being a bit of a menace here, invading on the Nunu. Just doing his best to disrupt his opponent jungler. And Jar has that level 6. Now it's a question of does he get for the gank or does he do his remaining clear? We see Jar riding up for the gank here in the bot side, but Varsal is also there. Awaken gets hooked. And there's a smolder out. Jin alt open. Sinister is shooting. We get another Cyclone here, another knock up. But Iconic finishes off Jar. That's a 1-for-1 so far. Sint gets an amazing hook. And that leads to Sinister getting a double kill. Iconic forced to flash. And Sinister is looking for more. Can he find Iconic? No. It will not land the W, but that's a quick 2-for-1 play for the Scuffed Ratones. Iglos Goes in deep onto Danico here, gets the kill, flashes out, using his Kalda Meek there to finish up Danico, and he walks back in for a tower shot, giving Danico the kill. See Living taking down Aspect, meanwhile in the mid lane it's just devastating to get hooked in by the Swain. And Living gets his first play of the match there in the mid lane. It's a 40 CS lead as well. It's no joke there, making a huge difference on these recalls. There's the Rhyolite Crystal Scepter as well, finished here by Living. Void Grubs taken by Varsal on the side. One more objective here in Eversio will get the feats completed. It's either that or a tower. And Aspect gets caught out yet again, as Varsal was on the side making a biggest snowball. But it's Living's hook which starts the play entirely here and finishes Aspect off. I don't know, for those that saw that, we saw Living roam to the Raptor camp and just pretty much take the whole camp from Jar. A bit of a sad monkey moment. Iconic, taking the healing of a lifetime there as Awakened trying his darnest to keep him alive. We saw Jardo pulling off 2 Cyclones and does get the kill onto Iconic. But not before Varsal flashes forward here and chomps onto Synth, getting another kill for Eversio. So 1-for-1 play so far. Sinister now forced to use Barrier not to take enough damage from Varsal. Scuffed not having an easy game at the moment. Red Road says it best here. Sinister being Sinister, I couldn't agree more. Iglos goes in, drops the ult. But Danico has enough space to escape. Meanwhile in the mid lane though, Aspect and Living duking it out. Living pretty much without any mana here. Gets the turret and just walks away. Meanwhile in the top lane here, Danico tries to find Iglos and he manages to get the stun off. And the counter strike measures there by Danico, getting the kill onto Iglos on the dive. He also saves the turret. Oh, yeah. Some potential cheating allegations in the top lane here. Iglos behavior looking a bit sussy in the last 2 plays here. But Danico gets the timing in and now finishes off the Trinity Force. Come on, Scuffed Ratones, you can do it. Everyone in the chat right now, all 30 viewers, believe in you. Yes, Danny go, Danny go. Look at the damage coming out. Let's go, Danny go. Show this crocodile who's the boss. Awaken roams up to the top side here to give Igos a couple of heals. Top him off. He is spotted though. And we see Synth and Sinister rotating there just in case as well. Meanwhile, on the bot side here, we see a snowball being lined up for Aspect. Does it hit? It lands, and Living is here to capitalize. The flash is used on Aspect, but the E from Living gets him and pulls him back in. Aspect not having an easy game here against the Swain. The cleanse used there by Awaken, the hook lands, and now Synth is in trouble. Living flashes in, he has the Rylai's. And there's a lot of damage as they pile onto the Trash Lantern. Jar is forced to go in with the Cyclone but gets nothing. That's a quick 3 kills for Eversio, double kill for Living, and a kill for Iconic. Scuffed Ratones trying their darndest to make a play happen. Meanwhile in the top lane here, Danico gets flashed on by Iglos. This time though, Iglos has had enough. And he gets the play. So finally, the Iglos' efforts work out in the end. But Aspect still having a rough one. There's the Jin ult used here by Sinister. The 4th shot lands onto Iconic. The Ignite drops, but Jar gets the line and shot. As Iconic goes down here. Meanwhile though on the bot side, we see Living finishing off the tier 1 ferret. It's a lot of gold into this Swain's pocket. We haven't really talked about Smolder's stacks, and we'll check them right as he spawns. Oh, nice smite steal here. Oh, sorry, not smite steal, but... Oh well, you get the point. Jar gets the Herald. And Iglos dashes away. Oi, oi, oi. It's a bit of a rough one here for Scuffed Ratones to come out of. Danico goes back in, dodges the snowball, and now turns on the counter dodge stance there thingy, but he doesn't have it to escape. He tries to jump on the flower, but Living finishes him off with the Q. And Iglos here in a 1v3 gets Aspect, and Jar uses the Cyclone, but it's not going to affect. Iglos just waiting on his cooldowns here. I'm sure he's looking for more. Sinister and Synth come in, and Iglos goes in here, but it's not enough. He goes down to Synth as the play comes through. A shutdown for the Scuffed Ratones support. Let's see here, Iconic sitting on 158 stacks. Rather behind considering usually you want to be at around 10 a minute, but that's his stacks, ladies and gentlemen. They're gonna get higher and higher a lot quicker now that he has the cone effect. It's another dragon secured soul point for Eversio. How do they do it, guys? See how Iglos dashes, slices and dices over the wall there. Sinister drops the root from the side, and Jar's in a lot of pain here. He drops the Cyclone, but Iglos gets the kill. And he does get a 1-for-1 as Aspect finishes him off. And now Living is here. He instantly ults away, and Aspect in a lot of trouble. Luckily though, Synth throws the lantern. And he does manage to get away. Awaken. Coming at mock speed with the Shurelias. Manages to sidestep everything, but in the end the slows are just too much. Oh, but Aspect does a nice play here, flashes forward and gets Awaken. With Sinister dropping that death curtain there. Seems like Eversio are over pushing their boundaries. Scuffed Ratones getting that gold. Oh, Living does a lot of damage and barely takes any himself. We see Varsal going in, he gets the ult off. And Living is just doing so much. He's 18 stacks Magi's. He has that armor, he has the health. Daneko goes in, but he's just gonna get CC'd and destroyed. So another quick couple of kills here for Eversio. See, blink and you miss it. The first you get the dive off. 2 quick kills here as mid and AD carry fall. And now Scuffed Ratones are in a bit of trouble here. 22 minutes. Surely Eversio won't be able to finish off the Nexus here. We're gonna go straight to Atakan, a big time objective here. One that takes Atakan has a 7% chance to win the game. Increased a 7% increased chance to win the game. Let's see, it started by Eversio here. It's already at 13k health. Iconic and Varsar are melting this objective, while Iglos is keeping the remainder of Scuffed Ratones at bail. And there it is, the Atakan is secured by Eversio. Aspect tanks a big snowball there. Daneko goes in to make space for Jar. The death curtain's there. Iglos the first to fall. And now Jar's on the back line. Varsal drops the ult. Living is also ulting there. Here comes the Smolder ult. And what looked like a nice fight for Scuffed Ratones quickly gets turned on its feet as Eversio walk away with a quick 4-for-1. That's a complete ace. And more than likely having the ability to finish off the game here. Oh, the Nexus falling down, falling down, falling down. Oh, the Nexus falling down. Boom. Alright, Eversio, 2-0. Let's go. Hello and welcome, my dear friends. We are here once again at the cusp of another best of 5 semi-finals. This time it's Eversio currently up 2-0. Oh no, people are starting to mock the music. Okay, we'll work on that. We'll figure something out. In the meanwhile, here we see Eversio here doing their bans. We see Ariana getting banned here from the Scuffed Ratones. We actually had a swap in the sides here, and Kindred getting banned as well. So I'm not too sure what Scuffed Ratones are gonna play. Probably they're gonna whip out the Kiana jungle for Jar. We'll have to wait and see here. Aurora banned. What else do we get? See, here's Aatrox available. Mel is getting banned, alright. So Aatrox will be available for Scuffed Ratones. We've yet to see Danico play it in the series. And there's Talia hover ban here. It is gonna get banned out. So Living has some options here like the Kokomo as well. So oh yeah, Darius is actually left available and so going to be first picked. Alright, very interesting. We see Rumble getting covered here by Scuffed Ratones. Now I'm not too sure if that's what they want to go for. Alright. The Aatrox also gets locked in, so battle of one tricks here in the top lane. As Aigos gets his Darius and Danico gets his Aatrox. Now let's see what the next pickups will be here for the Scuffed Ratones. Probably that Kiana jungle. Although to be fair, Kiana doesn't really do well blind and into straight up Darius, so I don't know what else they're thinking about picking here. Maybe the AD carry for Sinister. Thank you, Sniper. يعجبك البورتير yeah. Alright, let's see here. Vel'Koz probably support Vel'Koz, but we'll have to wait and see. Let's see here. Eversio really thinking about it. There's the Silas locked in. Now is that Silas jungle or mid lane is the question. I think Silas jungle is not doing all that great at the moment, but still has, you know, the kit of Silas, let's say. So definitely sometimes a champion worth taking regardless of how well it does. But let's see. Pyke also getting locked in here. Awaken is known to really dislike playing against a Pyke. Let's see what else we get here. We might get the mid lane pickup or the jungle pickup. Alright, we're gonna get a Lilia game from Jar here. And on to the next bans. It's a bit tricky to know what to ban here. The Silas could be jungle or mid. I would imagine you would like to ban stuff like the Misfortune. Or maybe, let's see here, what else can I gonna go here that would be annoying. Let's see. So Scuffed Ratones think it's a Silas jungle. Alright, so we're gonna be betting out the Braum. I mean, Braum is just one of those champions that playing it, you're like, you know what, I will go neutral in the lane. But I'm thinking that Vel'Koz is support here, so Eversio might have banned a wrong champion here. Let's see what Scuffed Ratones pick up next. Alright, there's the Lucian picked up. Up next here, Eversio. Thinking about the Israel Pike lane here in the bot side. They just might run out of DPS here, but Scuffed Ratones with the Lucian seem very strong. Yeah, a lot of AD carries could fit the mark here. Curious as to what Iconic will pick in the end. He picks up Kalista. We've never really seen him play this champion, so it's going to be very interesting to see how it all works out for them. And meanwhile here, last pick for Eversio will be either mid or jungle. We're still unsure as to where Silas will be going. Let's see. And we get the Nautilus. Alright, so that's actually a Pike mid. Or a Nico. Okay. So this could be the Nico mid from a Living. He is keen on playing her sometimes, so it is going to be the Silas jungle. Let's see what the last pick for Scuffed Ratones is. And that Yasuo is going to get locked in here for Aspect. Not too many knockups to work with, but in the end, he's very comfortable on it. Let's see, we'll talk a bit about the individual matchups. Of course, Darius versus Aatrox should be Aatrox favored, as Danko has the range. But of course, I would expect Aiglos to know exactly how this matchup works out, given the amount of Aatroxes he's seen before. In the mid lane though, the Nico versus the Yasuo could be Nico favored if Living makes use of the sort of Nico passive, not triggering the Yasuo passive. This could be interesting. It could be a Living favorite here on the Nico. Meanwhile, in the jungle, Silas versus Lilia, extremely Lilia favored. So it should be definitely something to watch out for. Jar should be clearing faster and having better rotations, at least until Silas gets going. And lastly here in the bot lane, the Pike Kalista should be all over the Lucian Vel'Koz. Of course, if Scuffed Ratones play it, they have a bit better range here to offer, but of course one or two well-placed Pike Qs and the Vel'Koz is Takoyashi, as the Japanese say. Alright, so the lobby is starting here. I mean, if we ever get to team fights, Scuffed Ratones have a really nice team comp here, besides the Yasuo, which I, as always, have trouble seeing this champion fit into a professional setting, but I think overall Scuffed Ratones have nice team fights thanks to Lilia, thanks to the Vel'Koz. Not to say Eversio don't have it, of course they have a Silas, which still gives them that extra ult ability. The Nico can lock everyone in alongside the Pike and Darius getting resets. So Eversio on their own regard also have a very strong mid-range teamfight comp here. Could go either way here, but of course, given what we've seen so far, Eversio have been very dominant in the two games. Scuffed Ratones need to try better to stay engaged and to stay ahead of the curve if they ever want to get back into this series. So one more game here separates the Eversio from going straight to the finals and battling it out against Whimsy and Joy. Let's see, guys. Hold on to your horses. We're about to head into game 3. Let's see how it works out. I mean, sure. Okay, so Varsal went Silas mid, and Living went Nico jungle apparently. So that's something. Let's see here. A very quiet start to the last game here in the series potentially. See Awaken and the Conic sporting a nice red color here on the bot side. Meanwhile, Synth and Sinister looking epic and dashing in their floating particle nature. Let's see here. Aspect and Varsal. Varsal in the mid lane, are you? Now we've seen everything. Oi, oi, oi. It's a quick first blood here from the Eversio bot lane. As Awaken gets a hook, and that means it's first blood time. Hail Blades, Ignite, it's just kind of things that Pyke does. Ah yes, Dracojin, she always pick Yasuo. For sure you would say that, huh? See a lot of action here, but the end result is Eversio's bot lane pick up their second kill. Sid managing to pick one on his own. And meanwhile in the top lane here, Iglos drops death here as Jar gets a gank off and Damiko walks away with a kill. Both top laners don't have teleport here, so they're just going to be battling it out. Oh, Awaken could get caught out here. He's still level 2. And Sinister gets the kill, claiming the feats of warfare. Iconic looks very strong, and so does Living. With Sinister and Synth here, will be able to walk back into lane. And Jar gets pressured here as Varsar rotates in, finding him on the ramp to camp. And Jar goes down. A quick kill for Varsar picked up. Awaken not having the best moment here on the pike. Sinister gets baited in though, and Living finds a big ult, walking away with 2 quick kills for the Scuffed Ratones. Meanwhile in the top lane though, Jar tries to gank Igos, and Igos says nope, I'm getting a kill this time. I'm really curious as to what happened there in the top lane, as Igos is still full health from the exchange, so really not taking any damage. A lot of back and forth here. Varsal trying to clip one, and he does manage to land the 1-for-1, using that Yasuo ult to his advantage. As here we trade mid lane for jungle. Jar not having the cleanest game on the Lilia, but he's getting the job done. He is currently though 20 CS down on the Link. Awaken gets ulted just in time as Iconic picks up a quick kill onto Synth. But not before Sinister can finish this off Awaken. And Iconic trying to stack Sinister here. See a nice little exchange between the carries there. The flash used from Sinister. He's still level 5 to Iconic 7. Iconic forced to flash here as Sin burns his own flash, trying to threaten. And it gives Sinister the space to finish off that mini wave. Both carries here are extremely low at the moment. Oh, nice snipe attempt here by Synth. He almost manages to get it. A nice attempt here by Sint. Almost gets a connect, but the barrier was available. And Awaken gets the flip just in the nick of time. Iglos gets another gank attempt here on him. Oh, we see him flash forward, gets the quick combo onto Jar and finishes off that Lilia in quick succession here. No doubt about it. Living here might be in a bit of trouble, forced to flash. He gets the ult off, he manages to catch Aspect and Sinister in a binding, and it's just enough time for Varsal and Awaken to come here. But not before Jar gets off an amazing ult, trapping Varsal, who has to flash over the wall just to escape. A lot of back and forth plays here from both Eversio and the Scuffed Ratones, but in the end a 2-for-1 play. Hey, so far this Yasuo pick not doing all that bad. Aspect actually heaving up in the CS here. Still in the top lane we have some trouble here. 40 CS lead for Igos. And bot lane with the 20 CS lead for Iconic. But Scuffed still holding out. Still dealing the damage they need to do. Sinister almost gets Awaken here. It's a good thing Iconic was there to ult. But Sinister does manage to clip him. And the Krug is ganking the mid lane. Crazy. Oh, Living does not manage to get the ult off there. The way it's looking a bit rough here for the Scuffed Ratones. Let's see if Danico has it in him. He walks into that Darius Q just to not give the healing. But he's still forced to flash out for the wave. See here, Iglos is ghosting. A lot of patience coming out of him. He deals a lot of damage to Danikon, just walks out with about 300 health there in Ignite and a Dream. Danikon trying his best to keep Iglos at bay. Aspect gets the ult in the mid lane. Meanwhile, Living is ganking in the bot side. The ult gets dodged. Awaken gets the hook off, forcing Sin to flash. Meanwhile, top side, Jar got a shutdown on Iglos as we see action all across the map. Awaken almost gets taken out here. Meanwhile, Varsa and Aspect dish it out, and Aspect gets the kill there. So another 2 plays here for the solo laners, mid and top on Scuffed. Ratones get solo plays. Meanwhile, Living starting up the dragon here as his bot lane is the least in trouble. Oh no, Aspect gets the Goon Squad treatment here in the mid lane as Living and Awaken are around town and they dish the damage out. Oh, meanwhile, Jar finds a lot of damage onto Iconic and it's enough. Sinister gets the ult off and gets the shutdown. Jar really being the only thing keeping them in this game. Oh, we see Living turning into a minion here on the wave. Let's hope Danico's counting. Oh, there's the ult. And Danico gets caught in between. Living walks away with a bit of health, but not before Igos drops the ult and gets a quick double kill in the top side here. Jar going for the hero play, but he does get stunned in the end. The CC just gonna combo him to death. We see Sinister here dodging, bobbing and weaving, gets Awakened. And now Living's on the chase. And now Iglos is here, sure, but why not just send another member? 5 members to the bot lane. Finals potentially Wednesday. Sinister picking up a quick 2 kills here. Can he dodge out Living's out though? That Nico out doing a ton of work there and quickly picking up 2 kills. As Iconic is here to clean the house. And now a nice little dragon and Atakan combo, because why not? It's looking fairly one-sided at the moment. 7k gold lead, 6k gold lead for Eversio. The real saving grace is Sinister at the moment. And maybe Jar with a nice ult, but there's a lot going for Eversio here. The 8-1 Iconic, the 3-0 Nico here, and of course Cyclos on the top side. Oh, Jar finds Varsal dealing a lot of damage. Varsal forced to Zonias, but Igos is here, he gets a lot of damage out himself. There's the Darius out, he does not find the reset. But the Q is just devastating here, it drops the Darius passive on all of our members. And that quickly gives Awaken the opportunity to get a quick couple of resets. 4 for none for Eversio. Look at Synth picking up a quick kill here onto Awaken. Aspect here, trying his best to get off a combo onto Varsal. He cannot land it. Oh, Varsal will be dropped here by Synth. And here comes Sinister with the ult. Scuffed Ratones are trying their best to stay in it. And Sinister drops one. And he is living. He deals a lot of damage on the exit. Oh, straight into Iglos though in the end. It's a quick double kill for Iglos, getting the quick alt reset into the Q alt. Living just keeps finding these quick plays. This time transforming into Kallista's Wraith. Oh, Iglos perhaps a bit overzealous here. Gets dropped. A shutdown going into Sinister's pocket. Although Aspect here gets caught out in a bit of trouble. And Living tries to get an ult off, but that Vel'Koz ult is just melting Eversio away. And it's just Iglos and Awake Iconic against the world. And there's one. There's two. It's a double kill for Eversio. Now Jar and Synth last to stand here. What looked like a great fight for the Scuffed Ratones has quickly turned grey and meek. It's a quick little Baron pick up here by the Eversio team. They're currently 13k gold up, so it's a very hard game to lose for them. I'd be more interested to see how Scuffed Ratones will manage to turn this around if at all possible. Igos alone could probably take on the entire Scuffed Ratones team at the moment. Living finds Sinister in a big ult. Then down he goes. And Daniko goes in. He finds two. It's a big combination between Synth and Aspect. So far, a 2-for-1 play. Living is the only one down. But Igos finds two more of his own. That's four. And that's a triple kill for Igos. And a quick ace for Eversio. In a 31-minute game, this is it. The moment Eversio proceed to the finals. And I think we know who we want to get as an MVP. He played so well in all three games, Mr. Iglos of course. And Eversio win. Or are you dancers?
Yeah.
Alright. How are you feeling after such a series?
Okay, it was very relaxing.
Straightforward.
I realized, yes, we now know what to do against Awaken, just pick Pike. Or Trash. Can't play against those champions.
Give him Pike, you mean?
No, play Pike against him.
Okay.
And yes, or let him play Pike as well, yes, both work.
That was quite a sneaky play in the last game, eh? It got me confused.
Kalista the video.
You went down Nico and in the jungle, and he went Sylas mid lane. I've never seen that coming from a mile away.
You never played Nico jungle?
So I didn't see Varsal going mid lane with my hand.
The pocket pick, it's pocket pick.
Alright.
My goat on Sylas mid.
I have a question for you. Which thing on the Summoner's Rift did you enjoy transforming in most this game?
Kalista W. Bro, it's so fast for some reason, and when it walks and then you stop, it like slams to the ground. So it's like near iconic and just walking a bit, slamming my face on the ground and kept on repeating it. Was my favorite. I changed into a plant, and apparently I gave the ADC against me a jump scare. That was fun as well.
Mid fight, he just turned into a vision plant. Nice way to use that passive. Very interesting. Good. Ole, I mean, what can I say after such a series? It was very one-sided a bit. Jar sadly didn't get his kindred and did not 1v9 the game. Better luck next time, Scuffed Ratones. You did a good job. Maybe game one, maybe, but you were just not making the things on time. And the Eversio.
Don't play mage bot lane. Don't play mage bot lane against Iconic. He's a major. He plays mages.
This is potentially reverse psychology, guys. He might be tricking you all into maybe you should play the mages. Maybe he doesn't like it, but sorry, living.
Don't play Vel'Koz against him. Don't play Vel'Koz against him. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh yeah, because he likes the squid, delicious stuff. We might have the finals on Wednesday against Whimsy and Joy. How are you feeling about this matchup?
I don't know, because apparently I want to play bot lane first game. So,
okay.
Well, I mean, if it's going to be like last time, shouldn't be.
Embers. You're like time. I really wish that they beat you guys for 2 matches at least.
2 matches.
At least,
you never know.
I want a fiery last match, like what happened with Confident Club and Whimsy and Joy. But
I didn't see. It depends on if an Awaken gets his signature champion. If you see Enrico on Janna. If you see Awaken on Janna, you already know it's over.
It's over. Oi. Voilà, Mr. Living, enjoy your It's Monday, Madonna. Enjoy your Monday. I hope you had a fun time playing on Summoner's Rift. And until we meet again, see you and good luck in the tournament.
See you.
Yeah.
Love you.
Okay, thank you. Oh. Alright, guys. A lot of love coming from Living.